How did you find out about December 7th and the bombing of Pearl Harbor?
By that time, we had irrigation for the celery down closer to the road. And I was helping my mother water the rows and rows of celery that was almost ready to harvest. And that afternoon, one of our new neighbors, the Plant family, had moved, but the father come running out and said something about the Japs, and he had a gun and he was shooting at my father, but I didn't know what Pearl Harbor was or anything, and what do you call it? He was so upset that he thought that we the one who started the war or something, but we were watering, and the water, my mother would be on one end and I'd be on the other end, and when the water reached the other end, I would wave to my mother because the rows were pretty long. And when the plants come over and start yelling at us and all that, we just stopped that afternoon. And then all the neighbors were saying, so-and-so got picked up. But it was the higher up the community leaders, like the Nakaharas downtown, they were picked up by the FBI. But the people in our farming community, they didn't get picked up until, I think, later. And then when I was coming home from Japanese school, I think it was February the 9th, I seen a whole bunch of FBI men. I didn't know what they were, but they had dark coats and hat on and dark cars, all lined up on Western Avenue and closer to 25th Street. And I didn't know it. And that was when they were going to make the big scoop to pick up all the Issei's that had their name on this list of community leaders. And they took them down to the San Pedro jail. And then from there, they segregated them. Some were released and some went to Tahunga. I think that was a holding center before they sent them to the big internment camp, like Mazola and different places. A lot of Turn Island people was picked up already. But they were fishermen and civic leaders, and they had no record or nothing, but their names were already given to them. By whom, I don't know. But like, they came after my dad, but he was out selling tomatoes to the Italians and Slavonians downtown. And then when I heard that, so I called the Imanakas. He always visited the Imanakas every day, and I left message with them telling my father the FBI is here, so not to come home. So he didn't come home until that evening, late in the evening. But he used to be a treasurer or something at a Japanese school, and they had that list of names with his name. But my father would have died if they had taken him, because he is so homebound that he wouldn't know how to be separated from us.